This line. I like this line because as I've been thinking about my overall summary thoughts of 1.4. This line right here is the big change. This is the shift, the change with 1.4. With 1.4, the game has gone from like hey, I enjoy the game. I was always gonna enjoy the game. I personally was always gonna enjoy the game. We know this. I was the guy who was willing to stick with the game through thick and thin, no matter what anyway. The shift is that now there is a true payoff to that for sticking with it. And maybe even more importantly, a big thing which I said in my 1.2 thoughts, I said this, which was I enjoyed this. I would not go and recommend it to like my friends yet. I thought there wasn't enough there. Now, after 1.4, I am actively, to the friends I know where they can get something out of it, and like they're maybe Arknights fans or whatever, I am recommending it. It has switched from, you don't have to rush to it, you can get to it whenever, to you might have to bump it up your priority list, okay? Because we gotta talk. I gotta see you experience the same stuff that I have now experienced in 1.4. Because I want to share this with someone. Of course, I get to share it with chat as well. So, you know, I have this benefit. But, you know, there's a separate vibe with sharing with your, like, IRL friends or, you know, whoever. We're not friends, chat, unfortunately. As much as we yap together. And so that's the main shift. That's the big shift. And I think the thing is, I think the devs themselves also think this. I said this during the 1.4 stream, like preview stream, where the devs seemed noticeably more excited about what was coming up in this patch. Their energy was palpable. I think this is, maybe not completely, truly, not fully, but this patch, I think, is by far the closest to their, like, true vision of what they have wanted to provide as an experience, as a game. It's a huge leap forward in their ideal form. And yes, I do think, yes, the like behind the scenes, the 30-minute behind the scenes video that we just watched on stream is also like a sign of like I think they are like genuinely proud of this one, and they know it's good. They know it's good. They know people will really like it. 'Cause they do. And I do. 'Cause it was really quite good. They should be proud. 'Cause they did something pretty damn good. They know they cooked. They gave us a fucking meal. We had appetizers. We had a main course. We had dessert. We had it all. Before this, we had appetizers and half a main course. We got a full course meal this time. Which, as I've known to conspiracy about, live service gacha game, it takes a minimum of 6 months to get good. It seems to have happened again. I was saying it possibly from the beginning. Obviously, I never thought it was really actively bad. It was just nothing to write home about. Now it is. I'm writing home about it. I'm like, that was kind of fucking cinema. Cinema is overused. But some of that stuff in there, in 1.4, was fucking cinema. Like cinematography, straight up kinography. So it's even just like, you know, we're going to story a little bit soon, like, I don't know, the 2 minutes. There's also just like so much more content as well. Like even just content-wise, actual like gameplay-wise and everything. There's a bunch. It's just a big patch. So even the people who want stuff to do have stuff to do. But like I was saying while we watched the video, the truly the main thing, at least for me, and I feel like for a lot of other people, the one thing that truly keeps you on a game for years is getting invested in the story and characters. Which, you know, Endfield to some extent hadn't really done yet. Now it fucking has. We reached the point. We've had finally enough build-up. We have let them do their build-up, which is necessary for a narrative. They have managed to put the pieces down, build the characters, introduce them. We've spent time with them. We know them. We know the world approximately so that they can go into a more, like, core narrative because all the pieces are set up. And that's what Endfield 1.4 now gets to do. It gets to take all those pieces and it gets to knock them over and it gets cinema. Like gameplay and stuff like that, obviously those are important. But like I feel like people can go through a surprising amount of like less interesting gameplay and like that sort of experience if the story itself just carries. A story can hard carry far more than any other part of a game. That's the main thing. Other parts pull their weight and should pull their weight for a truly incredible experience. The story is like the main hard carry. Luckily, I think in Endfield 1.4, I think most everything was pretty much just pulling its weight. The gameplay and stuff and whatnot was good. It worked for the story and everything. No really complaints. The production was, I mean, as it has been, incredibly good. And now just, once again, somehow even better. Especially everything to do with the arcane section. But especially the boss fight. Look, you've seen every single... You've gone into VODs to look at people's reactions to the boss fight. You've seen the videos posted of it's literally just a 15-minute clip of their boss fight and their cutscenes. Because they just react to it. And you're gonna, you fucking go there and you watch it and you slop it up like I did. That's what I did. I went around watching other people's reactions to the boss fight. And some of the arcane moments. Because you just want to see it again, and that is a sign of some actual Kino. You want to go and see it again, and how other people took it. Incredible. Actually incredible. The boss fight. And so we have that, right? We have like, and okay, all right. So we have the, we have like the actual presentation and everything is really good. I think the pacing was also really good. I think some people thought it was slow somewhere. I thought the pacing was good. It needed to be a slow build up to have the magnitude that we did with both Arcane and the boss. It needed that slower build up to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't work as well. And then, I think another thing that... So, one thing, we get insane fucking lore bombs, okay? I'm the lore guy. I'm the lore guy. Of course I yell about the lore bombs. Insane fucking lore bombs. Ridiculous. We get so much... we get a bunch of confirmation stuff. We get non-vague posting. But we also get a bunch of vague posting. And as I said, somewhat soon after finishing the story in that stream, I fucking love vague posting. Vague posting, kinda based. Up to a certain point. But generally speaking, vague posting is just an internet slang way of saying foreshadowing, intrigue, mystery, interest. That's what vague posting is. Like, okay, yeah, it's like sometimes, you know, it's a little funny or a little maybe even annoying that a character just doesn't tell you something. But it's so much better for the narrative. Yes, maybe like, oh, a normal person, a real-ass human would tell you. This is not real-ass life. This is the narrative. The characters serve to play for the narrative. That's why they're there. So we have both big lore confirmations, very cool, and also a bunch more vague posting and a bunch more foreshadowing. I fucking love it. I'm here for it. It's big, it's huge, I love it. It was great. It was fantastic. But then also, very importantly, I think there's two specific things that the story does just very well. Which I think actually, thinking back, both of these things have always kind of been there, and it's like a patch story has done one of them better and then one of them a bit less well. You have like the overarching narrative sort of lore stuff. You have that sort of thing. And then you have some form of narrative emotional core to a story. As an example, I, for example, think 1.1, we had a pretty good emotional core with Tung Tung, even if some parts could have been better and handled slightly better. But we had a good emotional core with the Tung Tung stuff. But then, you know, sort of overarching narrative and that sort of thing was kind of on the down low. Then in 1.2, we had more of the overarching narrative and kind of more like cinema and so on. But the emotional core was a little bit lower. It was kind of hype and aura moments, especially for the climaxes. 1.4, I think, successfully actually combines these two things. We have a significant, probably the best emotional core so far with Arcane. And then we also have some incredible additions to the overarching narrative and lore and so on. But then also some of it, even the boss who he only appears, the boss appears, aura farms, is somehow weirdly tragic and makes you wonder, are we the baddies? But also like, he was clearly also a baddie, so like, what? So there's even an emotional core there. So you have the combination of this important emotional core for you to like lock into, with then like the actual like narrative like holy shit moments. And that's why it feels so good. And because that is what it is. It feels good. It is a great story to follow along with. And we're getting the payoff for the last 4 patches. From launch to the end of 1.3. And also indeed, as I see the hope maxing right there, we indeed get a part of what is central to Arknights as a thing, which is hope maxing. Yes, there is despair. Yes, it's like there's horrible things happening, but truly at the core, it's about injecting that hope max right into your veins. Endfield chooses to do it in a kind of more direct way. It's a very, you could say it's kind of on the nose. You see it coming, it's quite on the nose and sort of obvious and not subtle about it. But they do it well enough that it doesn't really like, you're like, yeah, it's like somehow it's earned. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, just be straightforward with it. This is about hope maxing. Maybe a couple lines where, you know, Enderman sometimes has some corny lines. But like, it works. While in, for example, just an example, as a comparison, in OG Arknights, it's sometimes like you gotta sometimes truly dig into the narrative to find that hope max, because the overall situation in the OG Arknights world is a lot worse. It's a lot more overall depressing and like bleak, and the hope is a little bit more hidden underneath. In Endfield, it's a little bit more direct, and I think maybe somewhat intentionally, because they are at different situations. Like the settings are different enough that, you know, makes sense. And you have like more, Endfield in general is more direct with a lot of things, because also, you know, like you're directly controlling characters and you have a sort of POV character more so, and so on and so on. So in summary, 1.4 is very good. 1.4 is an experience that I want others to experience, and I want to recommend for people to experience, as long as they're like, you know, have some initial interest. Because obviously I'm not going to force it upon someone who doesn't care at all. But if someone does care, or if you know someone who does care at least somewhat, I think now is the point where you can start being like, you can say the line. Okay, we can all say the line together. Endfield is good now. It's dumb to say it. Every fucking game gets it. Every goddamn game gets the, hey, it's good now. Hey, they saved it. Every time. So it's like overdone. Yeah, it gets good. Guys, it gets good later. We can finally say it. Endfield gets good later. It's true though. It's true. And no, don't skip to Wu Ling. Not even do your time. Valley 4 isn't that bad. Don't fucking skip it. Just play it, you bitch. Shaking my head.